I am back and it is summer. Oh my goodness, it has been a minute. I have my water and my coffee and let's sit and chat. Give some big updates because like I said, it's been a minute. So come sit down with me if you're new. My name is Brittany and I'm a middle school teacher. I'm also a mom of 3 and we've got stuff to chat about. So let's do it. I feel like it was a consensus from a lot of teacher tubers on YouTube that it was the season of just taking a step back and either enjoying life, try to handle the chaos that's going on, or just be in the moment. I know for me personally, there's been some really big things, my health being one thing and my mental health. I really just needed to take a step back, and so I definitely did that on YouTube. My husband's been working more and he actually does a lot of the editing. Like I'll do the editing. We make such a good team. So I do like the first part and then he does the details. And so anyways, I filmed a few videos, but they just, myself included, never got edited. So now that we're on summer break, we have a chance to sit down and talk. There's there's 2 bugs. What are y'all doing in here? I'm like right in front of our back porch door. So come on, little guys. And by the way, I'm not gonna apologize for this because I have zero makeup on. I put a little bit of lip gloss on because your girl looked sick and I don't want to look like I'm dying or anything like that. But big old sweatshirt. The kids are at church camp. My husband is working, so I thought it was the perfect time to literally just sit and talk. And I have missed you guys so much. So what I'm gonna do in this video, I'm not gonna make it too long, but I'm going to, one, kind of give you a year in review, so what this year was like, because we haven't chit-chatted in a while, and 2, a big health update. We don't have any answers yet, however, there was a big event that happened that was good, bad, humbling, traumatic, all the things. So we'll get to that in a second. So, like I said before, I teach middle school in Middle Tennessee, and I teach 5th grade ELA, and this year I taught ELA and math. I taught a full year of math, you guys. I know. We're all surprised. Yeah, but it went well, I will say. I feel like my goal was to help these students feel confident in math because I never was confident. Thank you to my amazing, incredible friend, Lisa. She is my other teacher. So there's 3 of us that teach math. And for years now, she's like, stop saying that you're bad at math because you are such a good problem solver and that's all that math is. So working with her and Lori have been such a blessing. They helped me tremendously. And the group of kids that I had was a group, let me tell you. If you're watching this, Miss Morris loves you, but it was the last class of the day. They're checked out, but it was such a fun group as well. Like they kept me on my toes. And there were times when I'm like, let's back it up a little bit. Let's not keep Miss Morris on her toes. I would like to stay on my heels for a little bit and sit down and chill. So it was that kind of group, but they were so patient with me. They encouraged me. I encouraged them. We got through it together, and I actually liked teaching math. Shh, don't tell anybody. Because I don't know if I'm teaching it next year. I know for sure I'm teaching ELA. From what it looks like, I will have the same schedule, which I'm totally cool with. I liked having the kind of break. I don't want to teach all subjects, but I do like having something else to teach. So that went well. We did lose a teacher. We lost and gained a teacher. So she went on to maternity leave and decided to not come back, which I totally understand. And she actually moved, which we're very sad, but also happy for her. So we miss her. So Shannon, if you're watching, I love you and I miss you. So then we had, for the first quarter, we had subs in and out. And that was a challenge because what she taught was ELA. And so my other ELA teacher, whom I love, Kelly, she makes me laugh. She's amazing. And her and I would just kind of have to, you know, keep the sub afloat. And it was a different sub. It wasn't the same sub. And that was difficult. But in, I think it was October, November, somewhere around that time, we got a long-term sub. And his name was Kurt, and he did great. He was there until the rest of the year, which was amazing. And I'm so glad he stuck around for the kids because he didn't have to. And those kids really needed consistency with a sub in and out, and especially for ELA, which is such a foundational time. I was just so grateful that he stuck around until the end. And then him and his wife retired, and now we have a new one coming in that I'm not going to share just yet because I don't think it's 100%. I think it's 100%, but it's not my story to tell. So when I'm allowed to tell, I might even have her on here because she is a sweet, sweet friend. And I'm so excited. So excited. She's moving from kindergarten to 5th. And she just knows that this age range is for her. And I was the exact same way. I used to be an assistant in kindergarten, and I was like, I love you babies, but this is not my people. This is not my calling. And then when I taught 6th grade and then I moved to 5th, it was like, this is perfect. I love 5th grade so much. So anyways, we're getting a new teacher, and I will let you know what I'm fully teaching next year because I don't quite know. So yeah, this year was pretty crazy. It was overall a good year. We had a really good group of kids. Our team has gotten closer, finally getting confident in teaching math. We taught our curriculum throughout the whole year, and I really feel like I have a grasp on Wonders. So if you teach Wonders, or if you have any advice, or if you need help or questions, I have a full year under my belt and I feel more confident in it. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed with our ELA curriculum, and I feel like it went well. Like, I feel like we really did have a good year. And yeah, so how is your year? I would love to hear down below. Please comment below how your year, maybe you're not on summer break yet. So I apologize if I'm like, I'm on summer break, because I know some of you are not. But I mean, I am on summer break, but I know some people aren't. So I'm going to, you know, dial it down a little and pray for you. But you're going to have to pray for me because I go back late July. So it balances out, people. So comment below, go back. The bug. Comment below if you're still in school. If you're not, how did your year go? What are you teaching next year? Do you know? Are you going back to teaching, or are you doing something else? We need to get our chats back in order and just chit chat. So yeah, comment below. Let me know. Moving on to the health update. If you do not follow me on TikTok, I definitely post more there. I would love for you to subscribe. I don't even know if you say that on TikTok. I don't know. Be friends. Let's be friends. On TikTok, I do provide more content for you, and I'm going to do better on here on YouTube and be more consistent, especially this summer. I did post an update on there, so if you've watched that, then I'm going to share a little bit more in detail what happened. But if you want to get like the quick 3-minute scoop, go on to TikTok. You can skip this part. It was the last week of school. It was a Thursday. And it was around 7:20 in the morning. I said bus duty on TikTok, but it wasn't. It was gym duty. So all the students that are getting in, they already ate breakfast. They need to go sit in the gym. So it was myself and another teacher, and I felt an episode coming on. And if you don't know a little bit about my health, this has been years, and I say episodes because honestly, we don't really know what these are. Sometimes know when they're coming on. Sometimes it's like a surprise attack. This one was kind of a surprise attack, and I was completely fine. I was walking through the halls heading to morning duty, and I was even, talking to my friends and, like laughing and all. I had no idea. I go in my morning duty, I'm talking to this teacher, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I really feel like it's going to happen. This poor teacher, so sweet as can be, she doesn't know anything about my health. So I told her I need to run to the restroom. I didn't bring anything. I didn't bring my phone. I didn't bring my purse or anything. The only thing I had on me was my watch. My watch doesn't carry that far, so it didn't connect to my phone. So I'm in the restroom. Thankfully, it's the, public girls' restroom. So some students were coming in and out. It was, like I said, 7:20 in the morning. And I started to feel tingles in my fingers and my feet. And this has only happened 2 or 3 times. In those instances, I was at home and I was able to lay on the floor of the bathroom. My hand, did this. And then in about 20 minutes, I was able to get feelings back in my arms and my hands. This time, however, it got really, really bad real fast. So knowing that, thankfully, not ever having to go through this at school, at home in my private bathroom, I yelled at a student that came in, and it was very few and far between because we monitor that bathroom, making sure that students are making good choices. And there was one student that came in, and I said, I need help. Someone go get an adult. So this sweet girl ran and got the teacher that was doing the hall monitoring. And the teacher came in, and I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. As I'm telling her what's happening, because I don't know if I'm going to black out. I don't know if I'm not going to be able to communicate with her. So I'm trying to speak fast. And I take my jacket off and I put it on the ground just in case if I fall, I don't want to hit my head. That's like my biggest fear. And then all of a sudden from my neck down, I couldn't feel anything. So I slowly went to the ground and I could not open the door of the bathroom stall to let her in. Somehow, and I need to ask her because it was this angel and my assistant principal, who's also an angel, somehow got the door open because I literally was laying on the bathroom. A lot of it is foggy, but I do remember laying on the bathroom floor. It's a small stall, so my head was like kind of on the door, and I was telling my body, like, move your arm, open the door, and I couldn't. Like, nothing was communicating with my brain. So I told them I cannot open the door, and I'm starting to freak out and I'm crying. And I do remember saying, like, sorry, because it's like in a very humbling position. You're in the bathroom. I had my clothes on, thankfully, because that would have been another level of humble pie. And like I said, somehow they open the door and she comes in, holds me by my arms. My assistant principal is pulling me from my legs. So they're literally pulling me out of the bathroom. And all I remember is saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because if you are, I don't know, Enneagram 2, you're like, this is my worst nightmare. I hate attention on me. And I just felt like such a burden. And then being angels that they were, they're like, stop apologizing. Breathe. They were telling me to breathe because I was just I don't even know if I was hyperventilating. Like, I felt like There was heaviness everywhere. Like I said, I couldn't feel anything. And so maybe that's why, because it just felt super heavy. And all of a sudden I see our school nurse run down. My assistant principal put I think it was my jacket under my head. She's telling me to breathe. And really she was the one that helped me. She was helping me breathe through my nose, because I mean, when I tell you I couldn't breathe, that was all I wanted, was like one of those oxygen things where they just put it over your mouth so it helps you. But in my brain, that's what I thought I knew that I needed. And so the school nurse is there. She starts to take like my Apple Watch off, my rings off, I'm sure to get me ready for the ambulance, and my SRO officer, and he's asking me these questions. A few things I don't think I was able to communicate. I do remember telling him my age, and he did come back afterwards, when I was better and I came back to work. He said, I knew you weren't right because you said you were 35, almost 36. I could have sworn you were 24 years old. He was like, I knew I was going to call 911 right there. And I said, no, I really am. I'm 36 now. And I thought that was funny. Anyways, he's asking me all these questions. And like I said, I know I was able to communicate a few things. And I do remember him talking to the dispatcher. They were sending the ambulance. It took forever because our new school still doesn't show up on GPS, which it's 4 years now, 4 years old, and it should be showing up on the GPS. My incredible friend and assistant principal, Melissa, just helping me breathe through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, and that helped me so much. So if you're ever in an emergency situation, helping them breathe, you are not overwhelming them. I promise you, you are the one that's actually calming them down. So being right here at my head and telling me it's okay, just call, it helped so much. And then the sweet teacher that pulled me out of the bathroom, Kimberly, she stayed the entire time. My best friend Brady, she was not doing so well because we don't handle, moments like this very well. She was trying to get Joey on the phone, and she was doing incredibly well, considerate what was happening. And my poor mom, who works with me, was not doing well as well. And I work with angels, I'm telling you. My amazing principal held my mom while she was crying and prayed over her. Like, family. They are family. The ambulance comes. I still can't move. They have to lift me up on the whatever you call it. And I, get an IV in. They check my CO2 levels, which I guess were low, and drive me to the closest ER. Still can't feel anything. Can't move. It feels heavier now, especially my legs. And I wasn't super impressed with this ER, only because the only test they ran was an EKG, which, given I am a heart patient, so that's their first and foremost priority, and I get that. And I'm always grateful to know that my heart was okay, which it was. But there was no blood work, there was not a CAT scan or anything like that. And it took about an hour for my feeling and numbness to go away. And when I would walk, because I had to use the restroom, my husband or my mom had to walk me because my legs felt like they were in concrete, like they were so heavy. I was able to be released from the ER, never admitted, and went home, felt like I was in a car wreck, I'm sure, because my body just went through so much shock, trauma, whatever happened. And against a lot of people's judgment, I went to work the next day because it was our field day. I did not go outside to play. I did not participate. I really was on the sidelines, loving all my students, cheering for them. And when we did go outside, it was like in the 60s and it was beautiful. It wasn't too hot. And I took it easy. I was hurting the whole day because, like I said, it felt like I had like whiplash with my body being so tense. And I don't know. A lot of it was some of my kids weren't going to be there that next Monday, which was our last day with the kids. And so I wanted to see them because I knew they wouldn't be there on the last day of school. So that was their last day of school. There is gold from this story. Because was it humbling? Yes. Was it traumatic? Yes. Do I ever want to do that again? No. But a medical professional, my school nurse, and my SRO officer, who he has seen a lot of things, they saw externally what happened from basically the beginning until the ambulance took me. And that was golden because I have been trying to explain these episodes to my other doctors and specialists. And I mean, a lot of the times I'm so out of it, I don't know. And Joey's not home. And sometimes, you know, Joey will witness it and it's traumatic for him, so he doesn't know. We've taken notes and tried to explain it. But what my school nurse said was, it literally changed the game. She said, your hands were locked in this position. When I was taking your bracelets and your Apple Watch off, they literally went back to this. And I had no idea. I couldn't feel anything. I didn't even know she was taking things off. I do remember her taking off like my ring, but she said it just was like stuck like this. And she said, and she even consulted another nurse, which is a friend of mine, and I gave her permission. And they both said that is neurological. And my SRO officer said the same thing. And then when I went to my cardiologist the next day, I did this position and he goes, oh, that's a telltale sign of, you know, seizures or MS. And he, because he's incredible, opens his phone, texts his friend that is a neurologist, and gets me in to her earliest appointment, which, you know, if you've ever met with very special specialties, they take a long time to get in. And so usually it's a 6-month wait. She got me in July. So it's now June. I get seen in a month, which I'm so grateful. And yeah, so we are on this new path, which we have thought in the back of our minds, and so have my family members, like my brother and my mom, have always kind of thought in the back of their mind, is this MS? And my cardiologist mentioned epilepsy and also MS. It's not a diagnosis that anybody wants, but when you are searching and searching and just getting sick and there's no answers, it is a light bulb. And it is also something that I know that there's purpose in. And so I honestly have peace about the whole situation. And this taught me 2 things. One, I work with the most incredible people who truly care. They saw me at my worst in a very, very vulnerable, humble position, and they loved me tremendously. They loved my family. They loved my mom. They loved my husband. They loved John Brady, they're incredible. And 2, that I feel like it was God ordained, because for years now I've been trying to explain. I know how to explain what happens internally. I don't really know how to explain what happens externally because I really don't see it. A lot of the times, like I said, I'm out of it. It's foggy, or I close my eyes and, you know, 2 medical professionals saw what was specifically happening to my hands. For my cardiologist, for him to be like, what? Immediately contacted a neurologist, and I don't think it was a coincidence. And could it have been done a different way? Yeah, but like, God works in mysterious ways. God has a plan. God is faithful. And I want him to use this. As scary as it may be, I have peace. As big of a roller coaster this has been, I have peace. Are there days that I don't have peace? Yeah, there are days where I'll admit it, like I was researching MS and I got into a very dark place and I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm a mom, I'm a teacher. And I also know that it could not be that. And it also is different for everybody. But I do know that my God cares and he uses everything. He makes beauty out of ashes and he uses everything for his purpose and his glory. And that's all I want from this. If it is a diagnosis that is a heavy diagnosis, I hope it connects me with other people and that we can love one another and encourage one another and just bring light into this situation. And so that's my hope and prayer. And so if you've been here since the beginning, or if you're going through something similar and it's just taking forever, just know that you are not alone and God does care. Like I just read in Matthew 10 where it talks about that we are worth more than many sparrows. We are worth so much to our Heavenly Father. And yeah, we're going to have troubles in this world. We're going to have obstacles and we're going to have sickness and we're going to have, loss. But take heart because there is purpose in this valley that you're in. So that is the big health update. My hope and prayer for the next few weeks that I am able to do more chit chats with you. I do have a big Amazon stuff that I bought from Amazon for my birthday because I all got so many Amazon gift cards. My family and friends know me very well and I used them and I'm so excited to show you what I bought with them. So be looking out for the Amazon haul video very soon. And what planner did I buy? Because I bought a different planner this year. And yeah, let me know below what videos you want to see. If you want to see a day in the life, what we do during the summer, I don't know, just let me know. And I love you guys. Thank you for being patient. And like I said, it's been a while and I appreciate you guys and your prayers. I will see you guys in the next video. Life can be messy, but there's always joy to be found. Mwah.
Yeah, look, riding through the sunset, got a couple